Hello, everyone. It's Steve with Aptera Club. The October update dropped today, and it was a short but very sweet one because it's only like 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. But basically, we get footage of PI2 driving around and people working on it, and it looks so cool. I mean, just look at this picture of it. You can see the chassis and the front suspension, see the wheels, you see the shocks here. Um, and it kind of looks like a Street Fighter motorcycle where you can see the insides. And looks like the windshield is not in place yet, but they're going to be putting that in. The lights aren't in yet, but those things are we know those parts are there, and they're going to put those on. And supposedly the next thing is to put the solar panels on there. So there's going to be solar panels. There are going to be exterior A surfaces on this vehicle. So PI2 is going to become actually a pretty complete vehicle, it seems like. And I have news from a source that they are working on the other PI vehicles concurrently. So it's not just PI2. They're working on PI3 and PI4 at least concurrently. So I think there's more going on than we're seeing for sure. But this was a very exciting one because a lot of times their updates have been kind of rehashes of things that we know about and the little marketing things they're doing. They've been doing marketing things. They went to the X Prize Visioneering thing. They went to the Detroit Automotive Show. They did those things, but they didn't mention them. They just got right to the point and told us where they are in the production cycle, which is what we really want to know. We want to know how is this how is the production intent vehicle testing going, and how close are we to getting to production? And every day we're getting a little bit closer. I mean, it is definitely slower than we want it to be, but having a rolling PI2 that's driving on its own power happened before November, so that's good. Let's just watch it together and look at it. So we know that a lot of these suspension pieces and the chassis are one-off machined build. So I don't know which PI vehicle is going to get like the actual manufacturing process produced parts. I don't think it's going to be up to PI4 because PI4 they're working on it now, and so those parts aren't available now, as far as I know. So maybe it's the next one, PI5 or PI6, that's going to have the parts that are manufactured in the way that they're going to be on the production car. Like a lot of these were like one-off machined parts, but I suspect that they're going to be forged or cast for the production vehicle. I think this back thing looks so weird without a covering on it. It looks a little unattractive actually, but they're putting it in there because they're eventually going to put the A surfaces on there to cover it up.
Hey Aptera fans, Steve here. What we just saw was the first production intent Aptera vehicle, PI2, drive around the building, achieving its low speed function test, which is something we've been working on for months. It was a very big moment for the team here at Aptera. The spirit here is one of incredible excitement. We're all, here gathered to watch it drive for the first time. It's a very big deal. Folks have been working on this day and night for months.
I mean, look at them shaking that thing. It looks pretty stable. I like that. It looks solid.
It's a very big deal. Folks have been working on this day and night for months, and everyone is super excited to see really years of design work. So this is the first Aptera vehicle that doesn't have tape or tie wraps or things like that. Everything you see on it is production intent.
Okay, well, not everything, because the steering wheel and the seats and stuff, those aren't production intent, because we know they're still going with the yoke, and those are obviously not the seats. But these parts are the production parts, at least production spec parts, though maybe not they're not the cast or forged parts. Some of these are one-off machine parts.
Production intent geometry or even production intent manufacturing with tooled parts. It's a step function level better than anything we've ever done. It is designed to be manufactured in high volume, and it's not a prototype. There's nothing prototype about this vehicle. Virtually everything on it is ready for production. So we broke up the PI2 development into two stages: low speed function test, and then high-speed validation test with all the external surfaces. So the low-speed test, or what we call Mercury, doesn't have the solar panels, it doesn't have the hood, it just has all of the bits to drive, but without all the exterior A-surface panels.
Okay, so here, this is maybe our first look at where the jacking points are. So you see that there's a jacking point right where the lower control arms come in on both sides of the front, and a jacking point right in front of the attachment point for the rear suspension. So people have been asking for a long time, where are the jacking points on the vehicle? Well, this is our look at it.
Panels. So now that that's completed, the team has taken it back already. They're adding some retrofit items into the high voltage system that we want to for high-speed driving.
So this is a shot. We've seen Tim Dine a few times, and we haven't talked about him yet, but he joined them recently. He was with the team originally back in 2009, and he's leading out the PI builds, and he was with Apple and with Tesla in doing their PI builds. And so he's like very, very experienced in this whole process. And he is the prototype manager and senior director at Aptera. He's come back. So he was with Chris and Steve way at the beginning, and the three of them have rejoined. He's come back to the team. And this is a post that he made back in 5 days ago at LinkedIn. It says, the process is where the magic happens. Most people don't see it, but that's where the real breakthroughs come from. The hours spent questioning, reworking, and challenging assumptions. It's not glamorous, but it's essential. And, he has a random picture of him in a plane or something. But basically, we know what he's talking about. He's talking about building this PI2 vehicle and the other PI3 and PI4 vehicles. So I think Tim Dine has been very, very crucial for them to join. And it's great to have an experienced person leading the PI building.
And adding all the A-surface panels so we can take it to a track and get our energy measurements and range measurements as well. One of the things you don't see with anything like this.
So you just heard Steve Vanbrugh say that they are planning on putting the A-surfaces on here and getting it basically complete from an exterior standpoint. And they're going to do the range testing with this vehicle. Now, it's not going to be absolutely perfect because it's not using, the same. I don't know if like the same process ends up a different weight, like having it machined versus forged versus cast for these parts. But I'm guessing that they're going to try to make the weight the same by adding ballast or something else. And the interior is not going to be done. So I suspect that they're going to put in the weight to make it as close to the production vehicle as possible. But the engine will be the same, the battery will be the same, the inverters will be the same, the aerodynamics will be the same. So the range and the efficiency numbers that come out of testing PI2 when the exterior is done should be very, very close, and close enough to basically matter. So I think I'm pretty excited to look at those numbers, and I think those are the numbers that a lot of people are interested in.
This, right? You see the vehicle or whatever the object of fascination is, but you don't see the team behind the scenes staying late, writing mountains of code, working on hardware, debugging some things, and making design changes to improve on things. You don't see that stuff, but that's what it takes to get this vehicle on the road. It's a mountain of work by a lot of dedicated people who are here at all kinds of hours on the weekends. And
I love that it's bring your kid to work day. That's awesome. I like the culture there.
And Aptera wouldn't be where we are without a talented, motivated team like this.
So yeah, this is I think this is a very exciting moment for us to have a production intent vehicle rolling around. Hopefully we start seeing high-speed testing. Hopefully we see the exteriors finished. And, I'm hoping that happens all in the next couple of weeks, but maybe that's a little too ambitious. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. And give me some predictions on when you think we're going to see range testing and efficiency testing numbers, because I think those are the numbers we're all looking for. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.